Well, I am happy to say that my speedometer reset and this thing is going to call. Ah, it didn't. Wow, okay. Well, I am happy to say that my speedometer has reset. It did so at about 30 miles an hour, which is a little, well, it's almost directly across from 100. I think what happened was the electromagnet, these are not servo controlled like the most of the newer ones you see. These are still electromagnetically controlled. But I think what happened is it got stuck here, and then the system was trying to bring it back to 0, which was past the end stop, which is, well, yeah, you can see it there. It's right below the 100 tick. There's an end stop there. And I think what it was trying to do is the electromagnet was trying to pull it down and back around to 0. Because when I got up to about 25, 30 miles an hour, it snapped back, smacked this end stop, and came back up to where I was actually going. So, yeah, that's good to know. I got my truck started up. It's gonna warm up while I go park the truck. And we can see it's working again. Yeah, so Walmart parking lot, yay. That thing needs to air up because it lost most of its air while I was out, which is nothing new. It usually does that. And my usual parking spots are taken, so I'm just gonna park it over here and call it good. Yeah, make sure I'm over the line and then I'll stop, park, be quiet. I have no idea what time it is because I didn't bother to set the clock on this radio after I replaced the battery. And I'm gonna take this with me because my mom sent me out with some caramel apple cider. That stuff is so freaking good. But anyway, I think I got everything out of the truck that I'm gonna take with me. So I'm gonna walk down there. We're gonna get our trip all figured out. I have 325 miles to go to Oklahoma City, where I'm making the drop. And we'll go from there. Oh, I gotta get fuel in Tyler. Yeah, that's right. So, I'll update accordingly as things need to be updated. Well, it looks like this load is going to be one of those heavy loads. Hopefully not too heavy because I really don't want to be overweight on my drive axles. Because I gotta get fuel. I mean, yeah, it's sticking straight up at the moment when the key is on, but still, a half a tank of fuel is about 75 gallons, and that's, give or take, 560 pounds of fuel. So I don't really want to be overweight. But well, take a guess at where I am first before I say anything. It should be pretty familiar considering I've been here like 8 times now. I don't even know. Fletcher Tight Slot, Oklahoma. Yay! It's getting to be so easy to get into these docks now. It's amazing. I did it. I pulled forward. I backed up once to line up. Went forward again. And straight backed all the way from the edge, all the way in without stopping. And still have an inch, or about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches of space on each side. I feel good about that. Okay, that was awesome. And yeah, I'm taking this load to San Antonio, Texas, which is 462 miles down south. And I'm stopping at a Pilot, I believe. Either a Pilot or a Flying J. I don't know. I don't care. They're all the same nowadays. In Robinson, Texas, which is about halfway there. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. It's around Waco. We'll put it that way. It's south of Dallas-Fort Worth. But yeah, we'll get fuel there, and we'll be good. I'm probably going to stop in Wichita Falls for a scale check, just to make sure I'm good. I mean, they'll scale me out here, but that doesn't tell me my axle weights more than just my gross. But we're about to get finished loading up here, and we're going to take off. So, let's do that. Oh, we might get to see the needle move, because I think he's putting more crap on my deck. Do something. Oh, he's gonna raise the door. He's gonna make me sign paperwork. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Go ahead and over buffer. You can cuff it on your side. Well, I made it to my consignee. Didn't even think about taking a shot at the load, but oh, heck of a lot of difference it makes. You've seen the same thing over and over and over and over again, so what's the point? I'm just gonna keep the warm air in my truck and say screw it. I don't care. The highway system here in San Antonio is a complete pick-off for itself. And to add to that, there was construction pretty much all the way through Austin, and then a little bit as I'm coming into San Antonio on the main highways. And of course, there's no place to stop out there on the highway. I mean, there was a truck stop about 20 miles north, but the construction was within about 10 miles of the consignee. And I have about 15 minutes left on my clock as I'm coming in. I think I'm gonna make it, and then I see these construction signs and the speed limit drops to 45 miles an hour. Well, guess what? I didn't make it. I violated the 14-hour rule by a whole minute. A minute for yes, now because of construction. I had it made all the way from up down here without the until the construction. I'm so sick right now, and this won't stop. Every single time I move, it goes off. You're out of hours of service of driving time, you stupid shit. I don't give a shit. It's enough to make you want to throw this thing out of the window. I'm losing it. I need to go to bed. Getting slowly unloaded in the rain is awesome, right? I think not. Because this stuff's just gonna get all wet, it's gonna get all soggy, and I'm gonna have another load claim. Oh wait, I didn't even mention the first load claim I had, did I? That's right, because that one guy wanted to get out of that parking lot real fast. Yeah, that load of suspended ceiling crap that went to the 3 locations, finished off in McAllen. I actually had a load claim on the second drop because the forklift driver that loaded me up evidently was not paying attention to what he was doing and skidded a pallet up against one of the boxes of product and damaged 2 of the boxes on the trailer already, that were already on the trailer. So I got dinged with that. It wasn't even my fault. It really wasn't. And I don't know how that affects my outlook, I guess. But now I've got this. And you know what? It wasn't construction that totally screwed me over. No. It was a contributing factor. But what really screwed me over was the fact that I waited an hour after getting unloaded. After logging my unload, I should say. I waited an hour to get my next load information. That was a completely wasted hour that I could have been running down to Fletcher. Hell, I can drive to Fletcher in an hour and 10 minutes. And I sat there at the consignee, knowing probably that I was going to get sent to Fletcher. So I should have just started driving right there. But you know, as soon as I start doing that, they'll send me in some other direction. Because that's the way that this works. But no, that's what really fucked me over. And you know what? I have a remedy for that. I'm not going to start logging a unload until I have my next upload information. I'll send in my empty, but that's all I'm doing right now. But first, I gotta wait till my deck is clear. That's just I'm not going anywhere anyway. I have -1 for the minute of hours of service. What am I gonna do?
Home. Messaging. You are out of hours of service driving time.
You need to just because you're annoying the piss out of me. I have 3 minutes until I can start logging anything. It should be more. As soon as I get load information, then I'll start logging. Because I'm not going to get stuck in this situation again. Now, I have this log error on my record. Okay? Oh! I am just saying, I did not want that dish. And you know, now I can kind of understand why nobody in the industry wants these knee logs. Because they say in the I could have run that extra 2 minutes, logged it as a 15, and called it good. Stopped my night before I ran out of time. But no, this thing logs by the very minute! I'm so sick of that. I mean, not even able to explain just how sick of that I am. Not to mention my out of route was at Hornt, because I decided to follow their routing instead of just running my own, which would have been a hell of a lot straighter line down the road, and I had enough fuel fueling up in Wichita Falls to make it. So it's a complete for self. Yesterday it was a complete herself. Okay, it really was. And now I gotta figure out how to get the fuck out of here. What I'm probably gonna have to do is pull over that direction straight, back up to their dock over here and get turned around, because the entrance is behind me. And I am not backing out onto this street. Not happening. Anyway, it's 34 degrees, so I didn't run the truck last night. That was great. I bought a new sleeping bag because we were at Walmart a couple days ago, and this thing keeps me so warm back here, even down at 20 degrees where it was a couple nights ago. Yeah, the wonders of a Coleman. It's good. It works really well. But anyway, I'm going to stop making this long video that I'm going to have to edit all the stuff out of. And I'm going to get my next load information eventually, and we'll take off. See, this is exactly the type of dish I'm talking about. I sent in my empty at 8:20. Well, I arrived at 10:30 last night. And
messaging.
That says that he got my empty at 8:25. Look what time it is now. It's been almost 50 minutes, and I have nothing. If I had started my clock now, I'd be an hour into my 14-hour clock. Now I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. Because that is slow. Until now, I've barely had to wait maybe 20 minutes at the most to get a load. And now, what the fuck is going on here? It's not even late. I mean, I've gotten loads at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, within minutes of sending in my empty. This is stupid. Okay? Stupid. So I'm just sitting on the side street now and empty and all that. And now I'm gonna go. And it felt good. Well, it looks like I gotta cut my guy some slack, because evidently Texas just isn't doing much in the way of loads right now. But I mean, look at the time. I've been sitting here unloaded for the last 4 hours. I have an empty deck, and the train is going by again. This is a really busy track over here. I'm surprised I haven't heard the train horns go off. But yeah, I'm sorry for my earlier messages, or not messages, but speakings in this video. It's just annoying, okay? I'm sorry. I'm working on a video right now. It's this video. I'm working on the video that I'm currently taking. How the f does that work? That's how. So, I'm probably gonna have this for my little breakfast, but it's not warming up because I can't really set up my hot box while the computer's sitting on it, basically. I probably could, but I'd burn up the computer. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what we get. He is working on it, like he hasn't forgotten me. I didn't think he had, but yeah, I was beginning to wonder there for a minute though. Yeah, I don't mean to go off on people, it's just it gets to me after a while, I guess. And I just don't take it anymore, and I lash out at whoever I can, you know. Yeah, that's not working out so well for me lately, but that's more personal detail than you really need right now, so I'm just gonna get back to my video editing back here and we'll be alright. See what happens. Well, finally got my new load information. About time. 1:28 in the afternoon. And it is going to Fort Worth. Hey, I ain't going very far. I can do that in about, what, 5 hours maybe? Not even that much, really. Let's see, how many miles? 240 miles. That's like 4 hours. And the nice thing is, it's all highway. I-35, pretty much most of the way up. Sweet! Which Flying J are we stopping at? Waco. Been there, done that. We'll do it. You know, I'm pretty sure at this point it's gotta be a conspiracy against my hours. Friday, I had about 5 hours. Or I needed only 5 hours. I had about 9 or 10, I can't remember now. Bam! Load swap. And then Monday, yesterday I guess, I had time, had to wait for load information, construction, bam! Had 1 freaking minute over on my clock. Now, I'm sitting at CMC Steel in Seguin, Texas, which is about 35 miles east of where I just was. And we're just sitting here. I've been sitting here for the past hour and 12 minutes. 42 if you count the fact that I already logged a load. And nothing's happening with any of these 4 trucks sitting here. Maybe 5. There might be one in front of the blue one. I'm not sure. What the... Oh. So according to this, I'm going to need at least 4 hours to run. 240 miles, average 60 miles an hour, because it's mostly highway all the way there. That's great. I'm going to need about 4, probably 5 hours total, because I got to stop for fuel in Waco. They're gonna run me down till I have only 5 hours left, and then they're gonna completely screw me over. I'm gonna have 2 minutes left on my clock when I pull into the consignee, if the consignee even has overnight parking. And it doesn't say. Well, that's just great. Either way, I think it's a conspiracy against my hours. They want me to use every single hour on my 14-hour clock. And it's not possible. I'm getting so tired of this shit. Especially since I started my clock at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Which means technically I could drive until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing that shit, okay? This is so... Now you see, this right here is the way it ought to be. Here I am, sitting outside the consignee. That is the way this should be. And you will not focus for some stupid reason. Focus! Oh my god, really? I said focus. Thank you. Yeah, manual focus always gets it. Anyway, I am actually about to walk around the corner because I'm not entirely sure this is the right place to park. But I'm going to leave the truck here for a moment and walk around the corner and find out. Because Google Maps says it's on the other side of this building, basically. But we'll see. But anyway, this is what makes me happy. Still got another 4 hours to go somewhere if I need to. Yeah, that's the way I like it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you what I got. Even though it's kind of dark and you can't see it anyway. Of course. Ew, mud. Okay. Yeah. I've got rebar. This stuff. This stuff that nothing can focus on. I can't focus. Okay, that'll work. But I'm probably gonna pull the majority of these straps off. Maybe leave one per bundle. Or per row, I guess. Because there's 2 rows here. They're 20-foot long rebar deals. And this one's all sorts of messed up. The strap holding it down. Yeah. I'll probably leave 1 strap per set. Take off my bulkheads and all these straps so I don't have to do that in the morning. And I can be in and out of here in no time flat. Unfortunately, I stopped my clock at 11:05, so I can't really start anything until 9:05 in the morning. Unless I do a split log. And that'll leave me with, well, 4 hours to go somewhere and take a rest for 2 hours. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go walking around this corner and see what we got.